G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. This one's a little bit different, it's a bit of a spare of the moment thing. Had a bit of a challenge, I suppose you say, from Jared. Messaged me the other day and just said he wants to find a cheap car and wants a turbo. So I did a bit of sussing about to see what I could find, and yeah, might have found something. Currently on my way there now. Is from the family. He's got no idea what car it is, just gave him a hint that it was a 1.8 litre and rear wheel drive, but it is automatic, it is EFI, but yeah, we're going to try and make it work and try and basically do a 1 day turbo setup and just, yeah, rough as guts. Car's got rego, so we'll probably drive around so we get defected and not really worry about it. So yeah, anyway, off to it now, so we'll see how it goes. So, went to a family barbecue and my cousin's husband got a new car, a Hyundai Genesis, pretty pimpin', especially for a Hyundai. And his old car was just a bit of a runaround car, pretty cheap, 1.8 litre, rear wheel drive, automatic. But anyway, so what are you doing with that? He said, oh, probably get rid of it, scrap it, whatever. I said, give you a couple $100 for it. He said, done. So, got me a couple $100 and just about to pull up there now and buy this thing. Now he is going away for the weekend, so he might not actually be there. No, he's not, but that's alright because I can see the car is. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Whoa, that's screaming for a turbo, isn't it? Check that out, hey? Bit of European, German. So it's actually a pretty tidy example. Got sunroof. But this was my younger cousin's car. She did her P's on it. She's been a good little runabout for the family. But 1.8 litre. So this is going to be our little project. A few issues with it. Heat doesn't work, aircon doesn't work, but this is good. Tyres are good. Rear tyres are good. Yeah, I think it's well worth the $200. So what Jared wants to do is he wants to do turbo in a day, basically convert it. So we'll get turbo and intercooler and all that ready. But yeah, fitting it, running, driving, probably start first thing in the morning and get it happening and just, yeah, have a bit of fun. And it'll be a good little sleeper anyway. And see what we can do with this one. So, alright, I'll drop my money off for this thing and drive it home. Not even warmed up. Let's see what happens. Straight away it starts. There's a bonnet popping on these things. Yeah, that's right. Not purr. Probably got exhaust manifold that side, intake this side. We're going to make this work. This is so going to work. Love it. How much room we got for stuff? Heaps of room. Well, let's jump in. Let's see how it goes. Pretty keen. Purrs like a kitten, eh? People say you need low compression pistons. I say you just need high Ks, and yeah, your low compression will be there for sure. Right, so Jared's rung me. He's home from work, so just heading there now. So I'll try and put the pillar on. Take it off. Oh, that's okay. Alright. I wonder if this thing does any good handbrakes or not. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. Negative. Very poor. This is the reverse. Neutral bang it to get his attention. Is he coming?
I'm not even mad.
How good is it?
It's a weapon.
$200. It's got sunroof.
Oh, we're gonna fuck this thing up.
Yeah. Well, he's impressed. So mission accomplished. AC doesn't actually work, so we can get rid of the AC anyway.
Yeah, and then we just bring a J pipe up here.
Yeah. The manifold looks like a fucking sandwich toaster. But oh, that's probably just the shield for the spark plugs.
It's leaking granny fluid or something.
Don't need them. Yeah, but there's heaps of room for lots of stuff. All the activities.
We don't need this where we're going.
No, that gone. Yeah, but look how straight it is. Matching rims and wheels, good tread on tyres. It's good, purrs like a kitten. Listen to that.
It's probably too good.
Yeah, it actually drives quite nicely.
I can generally drive this. We should just swap it. No, these things are lemons.
Yeah, jump in, go for a drop.
Even red?
Yeah. Oh yeah, got to go in sports mode too.
Oh no.
Yep, sports mode on. Oh. Nearly lost my phone.
Hey bro, this is fucking too good.
Yeah, 330,000 Ks.
That's only just run in.
Yeah, but good for boost.
Oh, I love it.
Sophisticated. Indicators on the left hand side.
This wouldn't work.
Oh, it works now! I tried it before and it didn't work. Yes!
Yeah, but why didn't do the full bit?
Yeah, hold it. Oh no. Oh, no, come on, we hold. Hold it.
That's it.
Oh no. Oh, hold it the other way. Yeah! Woohoo! Oh, bud.
This is flash. This is way too
Now I can fit my hat out the window.
This is way too good.
Toomsy, I'm impressed, mate. It's good.
Stoked.
Just come back from the post office. Got some eBay parcels. So, pretty keen. Get these open. Let's see what I got. Hopefully, should be an adapter from OBD1 to OBD2, a tuner, and a supercharger. They can go there. Right, let's see what we got. So this is the Supreme 4.0. So I don't know how bad the 1.0 and the 2.0 and the 3.0 were, but yeah. Additional instructions. Ensure that your vehicle is turned off. Locate your OBD1 port. Blah blah blah. Yeah, should be good. Now this is my adapter. So OBD1 is that set up. OBD2 is that set up. So on the Beamer, I have to run this, plug that in the engine bay, and then my tuner will go into that. So if I open it up, very nice little box. Huh? Look at that. So I end up plugging that in there like that. And they'll probably just get zip tied. Another fun stuff. This is cute. Oh, look at that. Look how cute this is. So the other ones that were on eBay, I wasn't quite sure of, because see how that's off center to there? The other one was more centered, so I'm not sure depending on what way I run it. I don't know. We'll see. But look at that. Beautiful. Got oil fill point. Actually, pretty keen on this now. We got a free tassel. You can follow below process to contact us. Don't need that. Right, now, got the instructions with me because I don't want to fry this new chip. So, it says, ensure that your vehicle is turned off. Locate your OBD port and then plug the chip into the OBD port. Right, so it's not under the dashboard in these, it is in under the bonnet. So this is your OBD1 port here. If we can turn that way, stuff that down there. Now, if you only go one way, you see a little Pac-Man cut out. Oh, yeah, baby. And that, I reckon I'll just sort of, I don't know, probably have to zip tie it, I reckon. Just going to pull that off and get it to go a little bit lower, like that. Next one. Instruction. Insert your key, turn to the first position. Copy that. Please wait 5 seconds while the module communicates and establishes a connection with your vehicle's ECU. Okay. Oh, OBD. Flashing. Alright, I'm going to give that a go. Let's see what happens. So, this was really slow on trans shifting, like just took forever to actually gain some momentum. starts up. It's been 2 weeks since I've run this. It's not bad, not bad. Let's see what happens. Not expecting too much. Although they do brag that it gives you like 45 horsepower or something like that. I find that doubtful. Right. Oh, got a bit better pickup. Bit smoky out the back. Oh, let's go sports mode too. Oh. And foot to the floor. I don't know. Don't know if it is better. It does feel a little bit more zippy. But about as zippy as you can be for a 1.8 litre 4-cylinder. The other test is if it does a burnout. Because it really didn't do a burnout before. It's quite piss poor at the burnout. I'll find some private property and go see what it does. So after driving for a little bit, figured there was no improvement really at all. Didn't really find any more power. Read the instructions again to make sure it was all good, reset it, and you've got to drive it for about 200k, or 200 miles, sorry. So yeah, 320 kilometers to get it to self-learn pretty much. So just like I suppose your Holly air fire system or whatever. So I figured what I'll do is I'll try and get the supercharger to fit. I did want to run it around NA first just to see what the difference was, but I reckon I'll get the supercharger fitted and then it can learn with the supercharger on, and fingers crossed it doesn't lean out too much or anything stupid like that. So basically this thing is ready to see where we can put it. So what I'm thinking at the moment is it'll probably go over here somewhere. So I've got some mounting bolt there, which is pretty close to where that alternator one is, and the pulley will be pretty close to line up. Now that's a 6-rib pulley, and this is only a 4-rib pulley on the supercharger. So I'm gonna have to do something with it. I just get a 4-rib belt and just make the whole thing run on 4 rib, and hope that maybe 6 ribs just overkill on a BMW, German engineering. So yeah. Anyway, so I'll pull that airbox out, start having a gander of where I can fit it, how I can mount it, and maybe switch things around a little bit. Right, I've taken the radiator hose off and also taken out the airbox. Now, they're all going to come back into play eventually. At the moment, I can sort of change where they go and that. Gonna need to keep the airflow meter. I suppose I can plumb that up any other way or whatever, but at the moment, this is sort of what I'm thinking. It's probably about the best I'm going to get. That there can come out, but can't bother getting the socket at the moment. But we're pretty close to the alternator bracket hole there. So I can make a straight piece come from the alternator pivot bolt to there, and then over the back here of that I can sort of do a bit of a bendy piece that's got to come up and then across to that. And for the adjustment, what I'm thinking is going off this intake bolt hole there and going to that back one. This is a Cleveland bracket for the alternator, but if we see from there, so I'll just put a little right angle bracket on that. It's really close. So the charger's a little bit off, but let's see if we can center that a bit more. There you go. So that's pretty close there. So I might just be able to, you know what, I'll be able to go to that back one there. Yeah. We'll make that work anyway. But what I'm thinking for the belt route is still keeping it going over the alternator. You can come around this idler here, back out onto the supercharger, and then down to that pulley over there. So it should still work, and I can probably keep the original tensioner, which is just there. So I got a longer belt, and then that should give us yeah, the ability to still run that. Don't even know if this is the right way to be spinning, but regardless I can probably run the air intake off there with an elbow, or there, that can go back up under the underside up to here. So it don't really matter what way it's spinning. Just going to be a bit messy with the pipes, I suppose, because I'm not really going to be able to make that go straight into there without sort of, yeah, I don't know, looping down or around or whatever. But so keep stuffing around, get some brackets sorted. Yeah, see if I can make some more Cleveland. Got plenty of Cleveland ones. See if we can make them fit. So, see you soon. Pretty dark in here, as you can see. It's been raining most of the afternoon. I've pretty well done the brackets. So I fabbed up a little top bracket there, and then that bracket will come across to that one. Got my fuel pump cover plate for the front one. That's my rear bracket I made up there. So it's not too bad. It is fouling on the alternator, which is stopping me from getting it over a bit more, but when I take it off I'll grind that out a little bit more and it gives a bit more adjustment. But we're going to have to do a new belt. I have done a bit of moving around, and that's how I reckon it'll work. Is, yeah, normally that would go from that one straight across to the fan hub, but bringing it up, it's coming around. So it's a good way to be able to measure belts and stuff like that if you're doing a custom job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip that right there, and that will get snipped right there. So I'll join that up, measure it, and that'll tell me how big it's got to be. Anyway, looking a bit creepy working on this beamer in the middle of the night. So I'm going to call it quits. And tomorrow, I'll take it, we're probably going to be doing a little bit of grinding on that bracket, weld up their top one. I think I've got to modify that a bit more because the bonnet won't close properly either. So I'll do what I got to do, grind it, whatever. Might even just cut the bonnet, who knows. But tomorrow's big task will be hunting for a belt. So we'll see you then. And we're back. Gonna have a few issues today. Basically trying to do some pipe work. Now, one of the major issues is the airflow meter. Now, I've seen there's another turbo beamer I've seen which was still running this inline on the boost side. So I've got to try and make this work. That side's alright because it's round, but the inside is square. So I don't know how I'm going to get that to fit into the system. So playing around, also I have a box of pipes and that from Jared's. See what we can make out of these. to try and get a bit of stuff done. Might end up making some different flange plates or adapters instead of these coming up straight. Might use some of the plate up there and those other pipes to straight come off that to wherever I need to go. So good thing about this is it will spin either way, which is good. Currently it's going to be spinning clockwise. Worked out last night the way the belt goes. It's going to spin the same rotation as the crankshaft. And for oil wise, I've got to put in 90 to 100 mil of sort of 75, 90 oil. So yeah, just some about 90 weight gear oil will be fine for that. So this is probably going to be the hardest part, is just working out that pipe work, getting things sort of sitting best they can without being too much of a pain in the ass really. And yeah, a bit of trial and error I think, but see what happens. Now I wasn't really happy with the original flange because that there is plastic. Been in the shed, made a steel one. So this, gonna go on top there like that. And then what that's going to allow me to do is I'm then going to be able to make a sharper 90-degree bend and come out at the angle that I need. So that one's going to weld onto there like that. Obviously trim it how I need to. So mount the plate, cut this, weld it, see how it goes. It was nice and early here, 7 o'clock. Thought I'd do the old early bird gets the worm. As you can see, sun's just coming up now. Currently been trying to do the intake pipe off the supercharger, and basically doing a full steel pipe and just trying to make this pie cut here at the moment, which Jared taught me a little trick. I hadn't really played with pie cuts before, but doing the transfer of masking tape. So when you got a gap like that, put masking tape around it, and you can mark it and you can transfer it straight onto your piece. So I just got to file this one down a little bit more. But yes, to the intake manifold, it's nearly done. So I'm going to tack this in place, just there, and then take it off and finish welding it up. Still got to do the lower section, getting the airflow meter and that ready to be able to go to the intake of the supercharger. And then once that's done, fan belt, got to fit that properly and do my upper bracket to mount it. So still a little bit to do, but getting there, getting through it. We'll see what happens when it's running. Well, it's done. Pretty happy with it. It's not mint, but certainly not too bad. Little pie cut there. So throw them in. go for a drive and see if it breaks down or not. So far, so good. Definitely hear the whine. Nervous, but I don't know if it's just going to break. I don't want it to break. Spent enough time on it. But, ooh, bit of a flat spot. Doesn't like it. That didn't sound good at all. Then we'll just limp it home. Took the Beamer down to Jared's, had a bit of a play with it. It's not running right. I think it's a bit of a tune issue. Did a little bit more research to see if I can figure a few things out. Did contact a guy that I saw had the turbo set up on one of these. He does have the MAF sensor on the boosted side, not the intake side. I figured if I went on the intake of the supercharger that it wouldn't change pressures of what the MAF sensor might see or anything. Although it should matter because it's a MAF sensor, not a MAP sensor. But I figured that might be better to see that way. But with the 318 MAF sensor, it's got that trapdoor, as you saw in the video earlier. I think that's a bit of an issue as well. It's electronically controlled. I tried pulling that apart and having a bit of a suss inside, but it's nothing you can really delete and then pull the MAF sensor out and put it in somewhere else. So the turbo guy said that he ran a 328 MAF sensor. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to change this setup a little bit. I've bought an intercooler kit, a couple other upgrades that are going to come. So I'm going to put that in another episode of upgrading this thing. Challenge for myself was to get this thing to do a burnout. Still wouldn't do it even with this bolted on. I think the tuner is crap. I'm probably going to just get rid of that and just go back to how it was and not even worry about it. But yeah, do a couple other little mods and changes to get this thing running a bit better with the supercharger, but it will happen. Got some parts. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks very much again for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Be good. Before we go, do want to give everyone an update. Have some merch coming along. Bought some shirts. Gonna do some vinyl printing with my mate Scotty. Good mate of mine. He's been doing a bit of streetwear himself. Good designer. Congratulations to my boy Scotty. Now has a job with R.M. Williams as a designer as well. So really looking forward to working with him. Got some designs going, which I'll leave you some snippets now as well to see what's coming up. But yes, some merch, some long sleeve tees, some sleeveless tees, and some t-shirts as well. Other things will come along, some stickers, jumpers, flannies, and stuff like that too. So in the meantime, this is what's going to be happening. So until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.